and it's still one of our iconic buildings.
For years, the mill itself hasn't been able to harness the power of the river. Its giant water wheel is long gone. But soon, something high-tech and very green could be taking its place. Kevin Birch explains all.
Some people come to Flatford to see where Constable drew his inspiration. Others try to discover it for themselves. On the face of it, little here has changed. But behind the scenes, the drive for cutting bills could soon mean cutting-edge technology, if they can get permission for a new hydroelectric scheme with an Archimedean screw.
There's a huge amount of energy which potentially is here because of the drop of the water. And what we're trying to do with our Archimedean screw turbine is to re-harness that energy in the 21st century.
For about 100 years, until 1850, water flowing under the mill helped power the machinery to grind corn. Then they fitted a giant water wheel, 14 feet in diameter, but that was eventually stripped out too. This, though, could be the modern-day answer. The flow of water through the screw, driving turbines, enough to produce 40% of the power needed at the mill.
John Constable, of course, was so passionate about this countryside. What do you think he would have made of this?
I think he'd have loved it. I hope so, anyway. Because he was so fascinated by people doing things, people working on the river, people working in the mill. I'm pretty sure that he would have thought this was a great project to be involved with.
They've already been working hard to cut their carbon emissions. This idea, they believe, would make a huge difference. They've just applied for planning permission, and if everything gets approval, the screw could be in place by the autumn of next year. Kevin Birch, BBC Look East at Flatford Mill.
Now, he's only 19, but already a young musician from Framlingham in Suffolk is being tipped for the top.
Ed Sheeran could soon be putting his name to a major record deal and has just signed to Elton John's management company. This report has been compiled by our guest reporter Sophie Little, a member of the Blast team at BBC Norfolk.
I'm here at the Norwich Arts Centre, about to meet one of the region's most talented musicians. Now, you might not have heard of Ed Sheeran before, but he's on the verge of signing a worldwide record deal. Angels fly. Ed's just returned from the States, where he was spotted by Hollywood superstar Jamie Foxx.
I was in LA and just did a lot of open mic nights, and at one of the open mic nights this girl came up to me and said, "Would you like to play the Foxhole?" And I said I'd love to, so I played that. And his manager Marcus came up to me afterwards and said, "Do you want to play his radio show?" So I did that, played the radio show, got on with him really well, and yeah, just hung out for a bit, and he was just a really, really nice dude.
It's Jamie Foxx, Foxhole Radio, man. It's going nuts. Look at
Ed Sheeran, everybody.
You did way better than Warren
Sheeran.
Let me tell you something, man.
That was fantastic.
And I think this is amazing. Playing the guitar, singing, on top of everything, still keeping where you come from intact.
Has anything come about since then?
Yeah, there's a few big company about what happened on the show, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, you're sort of on the cusp of a massive record deal, a worldwide record deal. That must feel amazing.
It's very exciting. I'm just waiting for it to happen. Just nothing certain, but it does look very likely. It's very cool.
So you're playing Elton John's album showcase next week.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Jazz Cafe, it should be great. That was another spot of good news that pretty much made my day. Really, really cool.
It's going to have quite an amazing audience there.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I'm going to be amazed to see who does turn up, because I've heard some rumours and I'm very excited.
If you want to see Ed's amazing talent for yourself, he's playing at the Waterfront in Norwich a week on Thursday. Sophie Little, BBC Look East, Norwich.
You saw him here first. And there's more about Ed Sheeran on the BBC Norfolk website at bbc.co.uk/Norfolk.
Well, time for the weather now, and we definitely need some rain, Julie, don't we?
and I think I might be able to oblige
Oh, good.
come tomorrow. As for what we've got out there at the moment, well, an awful lot of cloud. The thickest of this is producing a little bit of light and showery rain, but it's not amounting to very much. And I think overnight tonight, the further east you are, the more likely you are to see some further light and patchy rain. The further west you are, the more likely you are to stay dry. A good covering of cloud everywhere, and a pretty sticky night for most of us, with temperatures their lowest down to anything between about 14 and 16 degrees Celsius. Light winds